Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing exponential capitals, not per player, simply standard exponential capitals. We're playing as a green player out of the 6th position. I have a really strong position over here. 6th position, gonna want to cap on one of these 2s of the 4 over here. Unless red goes on the 1 in the middle, I'm really eyeing this. I actually have fortifies all the way over from Russia. I do believe I will likely get the orange player removing me up in here. And red does go. I had a feeling red would go over here. The Vienna capital on this board is simply too strong to pass up. I have playing potential into Italy, the middle board here. Blue theoretically will let me hold. That's likely not cap troops. That actually makes me think the blue player may be capped. Yeah, it's not cap troops. It makes me think blue's probably capped on Benghazi. The 4 points is aggressive. I don't love that. But where these troops exist make me think that this player is almost certainly not in here. Hopefully Istanbul or Benghazi player, if it's not blue, rolls that. We haven't been hit yet, but I anticipate getting hit by orange. And again, I have these troops to fortify. So if I don't get hit by orange, it's going to hit me in the corner. That's probably not the play you want to be making unless you have split Scandi as a possibility. But again, if these troops survive, I think that's where I'm likely going to want my fortify to be. I'm going to put likely 2 here on an attack up. And then maybe I'm going to start with 8. Maybe I put the remainder here and then start shoveling these 2s to the left on fortifies. Because I can always opt to fortify something different, but this way I clear the material out of orange. There's a world in which blue tries to roll me. Very aggressive first turn for blue, especially with the fortify bordering my bonus. It doesn't breathe as a player who is going to be particularly passive. This cap for red, I understand it. I would love them to let me get my 4 out of here, and they immediately don't. They actually go for the 4 first. I don't think that that's what you should do there, because now you're splitting into both these spots. The blue player sitting here may very well aggress red, knowing that red doesn't have a lot of defense on their capital, because it's a split to the left, split to the right by hitting the middle troops. So I already don't think the red player is a very strong risk player, but, you know, it remains to be seen. Again, I'm going to try to take the middle one and then proceed from there, see what happens. But I don't want blue next to me at all. And that will be my fortify. Obviously, and that's what I was wondering. Blue doesn't even have the bonus. Somebody broke here right away. So I was going to say the chances of blue breaking me are a little bit slim. This is bizarre. We saw them full take this. They got broken. Now, I don't think aggressing blue is smart, but this almost feels like a player that's going to lose their capital. 0 commitment to capital. Yeah, orange does have split bonus up there. This might be a Russia play on turn 2. Again, trying to rescue as much material from other parts of the board simply because of how congested I am in here. And I could potentially play for an Eastern Europe if orange doesn't take Russia. It looks like orange is actually going to be going into northwest corner of the map. Black with 6. Red, I expect to be getting 9. I doubt they got hit. With blue doing fortifies in here, I doubt red got hit. And I do think somebody likely has a 1-point hold on this bottom line. If it's shared by purple and black, probably not as good. But again, we're playing exponential. So the key benefit to exponential, really, in my opinion, especially last in the turn order, is I need to try to make myself as large and imposing as possible as early as possible, because I can potentially chain eliminations together even in these settings with you know, it's standard exponential. Abysmal. Why? All right, we're going to pivot here. I'm going to go take red's cap. I just don't think I get broken by blue. They do hold. Single additional troop defense here. Now, orange may come down this way. I'm again hoping that somebody is up in top left to put a damper on orange's game so far. The moment, and I understand what red's thinking is, right? Red saw me take the bonus. I hit in Naples. They see me take this. You see a 3 sitting here. They end up losing 4 on the 3, which is just, I mean, I got tremendous dice, right? 3 out of 7. I wasn't actually even planning on leaving anything over here after taking it, but once I got the incredible dice that I got, there was really no reason not to play into that. And like if orange rolled me in the middle, then I've got the potential to still hold the cap on the left-hand side. There's a little bit more benefit to it. I understand it's a reactionary play. I didn't describe why I did the reaction, but the moment I saw red break me, and they already knew I was capped here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they were right here where my 3 is. The moment I saw red break me, my instant thought was this player is not going to go back to capital. The moment that they hit the 4 here and then split left to right, I didn't think they would go back to capital. It's little things like that that I notice. Just pathing choices, how you choose to hit, whether or not you're a good neighbor in the early game. Like, I think even though I don't love Orange's capital, they've intentionally not closed it off. That's one point where I think Orange is decent. They haven't bothered playing for Russia because they know they can take something else. And I think that's really valuable. And that's going to scare my opponents, I think. It's going to scare my opponents. I need to... I'm going to take this because I don't think I shouldn't. Just going to do that. Joker's huge. I wouldn't be surprised if blue broke me here. I really didn't mean to hold that much. Blue trades early. That's interesting. Now we have red here. I don't inherently want orange to know that red is here because part of the benefit of a player not having a capital, like I could kill guard over here, but I think it's actually more beneficial for me for red to potentially trade early, sit on the other side of the board. Black and I mean, really, orange is going to be my biggest competition. So I have the benefit here, and granted, they moved before me, but I have the benefit here of if this player aggresses me, I should theoretically have enough troops to hit them because they're going to have to target aggression, and I should have some amount of retaliation. 15, they've got into all 3 of these bonuses up here, territory count to go along with that. But the benefit that I have over orange's position is that they're playing for this over here. And they're going to immediately dive in here. And they're going to come break me. I mean, this is something I anticipated happening. And I don't think this is a particularly good play, to be completely frank with you guys. I think this is quite a bad play by the orange player. I think aggressing me from this position when your cap isn't very strong. I've still got territory count. Purple is flagged, which is interesting. I don't know. I thought about it, but I was thinking, I'm like, I think it's more beneficial for orange to properly defend themselves. Black has 3 capitals. That is very intriguing. I'm wondering if with red placing here, I wonder if this is the end of purple. I tried to hit here and failed. It is not. Well, I won't know. It'll likely trade first anyway. Guess I fortify the 4 back, huh? A little bit risky to do this the way that I did, because I don't actually care that much about this cap over here. But I'm going to go back to it. I know I have a trade in, and if this player trades in early, I've got the benefit to play off of it. But what I need to do in that position is weaken this player as much as possible. They may take my positions. Now I have a trade in without the Joker. I presume at least purple trades in before me. Red actually failed its attack. This may be the end of purple, and it doesn't set. So orange could win the game on the spot right here if they play this correctly. If they don't, I scoop the purple elimination. Potentially off the right-hand side. Or, yeah, blue didn't even take it. But this player only gets 6, so they either set early and try to roll me, which is what I was hoping would happen. But they, unfortunately, probably get purple here. They do, but these troops are now pointed this way. I'm going to get more off my trade, and this effectively acts as the trade-in. And if he tries to go directly for me and not red, which it looks like he's going to do, we potentially get red here. Because he doesn't know red's here. So he's going to go for me down below. And I think he's going to fail the red elimination to me. And red didn't get a card on the last turn. So we can potentially scoop this for ourselves. You'll get this over here, but I don't know. I think over-aggression from orange. I really think it. And no fortify to this position either. So they get back to their cap over here. Black's getting 16. Who knows how much red is down here? But if this is the end of red in the middle, black getting 16 actually tells me they have triple capital in the +6, I think is what that is. And then territory count. So I think a lot of times I would say, oh, going into a player aggressively like this isn't worth it. If this is the end of red, it absolutely is worth it. And if this breaks, it's even better. It doesn't. I will set off of red. We're going to trade early anyway. I would trade immediately off of red. So taking my cap back with orange doesn't have any of these bonuses, so if I fail this, it is what it is. Now, orange is on a trade-in, so I have to keep that in mind. Not going to let them hold this. There's no point in that. I got to hit as much of this player as possible. Because I want to be positioned to eliminate blue. I know I will have a trade on 3 here, so if orange somehow doesn't set. Realistically, blue needs to get out of dodge, because blue is going to be probably everyone's target here. Certainly my target. But I've basically put orange in a position by breaking orange. I've put them in a position. I'm glad I tracked red and didn't let orange find this. I've put orange in this awkward position where if and when they set, if they don't trade here, I think they perish. I think that their elimination's more valuable to me. And they might have enough on cap there. The question is, does black, in eliminating blue, does black go for orange? Because I don't benefit from eliminating blue unless I go for it now. I almost need black to feed this to me. If we see black jump to 4 caps, we jump on this opportunity immediately. I think they're clearing Orient. It's a quick game so far. I almost think that trying to go for orange might be the way to go anyway, but I don't think I'll have enough troops to hit over here. I need to see black in this region. Realistically, I need to see black roll orange's cap, but I don't think we're going to get lucky enough for that to happen. We get 12. I'm just going to stay put, I think. I don't think orange is open. I know they're going to trade. I don't think eliminating blue doesn't help me right now. But I don't want the set that exists at this moment. I wasn't gonna... I mean, I wish 3-on-1 just won, but I don't want him sitting next to this. That is bad. That's actually quite bad. Blue trading is terrible for us. They take this bonus. I think they're going to hit black here. I respect that blue's staying in the game. We know orange is going to set, right? But we also know orange, with their cap not open to me, they can only take one. They can take one or the other. And we have, again, a trade without the Joker. So we're probably incentivized to just take the 51 trade. They've got territory count, but only the single cap. And they're going to come off the bottom line here. I don't think they have enough time to eliminate me. I think their cap might be open over here, but they're going to have to hit through some stuff to do anything with it. If they eliminate black, I think it's going to be really... They don't even do that. I was going to say, I think it's going to be really costly to try to eliminate black. And blue just traded in for quite a high amount, so... Orange could be on a set on this next turn. 51. I don't get broken in either of these bonus... Well, all right, there's that. If black doesn't come eliminate me, which I don't know, none of us trade them in, so I'm not sure they're incentivized to hit anyone right now. I think they should just take a card and keep their cap open. I also think with only orange at risk of trading, for the 67, I just stack middle cap here. Reduce their count a little bit, but don't go beyond where I need to. And if you're wondering, oh, see money, why'd you... Just stay there. Perfect. It's like, see money, why'd you close your cap off? To be completely honest with you, I want to make orange open me to them. Although they just traded, so it is what it is. If they set and their cap is open, I'm probably eliminated either way. I just gotta hope black doesn't come hunting me, which is certainly possible with how many troops that they just got. But black hasn't been very fast, so I likely still live. Middle cap is going to be the best spot. This was why I chose this cap playing for the left-hand side. And I'm trying to milk... I wanted to make sure I would have a trade on 3 on the next turn. Positionally trying to milk it as much as I can. Now, blue doesn't set me, and I have to imagine one of these players goes for blue. If I see black in one of these bonuses, that is when I strike blue. There's no point for me to go for blue before then, because, well, I don't think there's a point for me to go for blue before then, because knowing I have a Joker, if orange takes the blue elimination, what ends up happening off of that is I just get a better trade in. Whereas if I take the cards, I'm weaker, and if that person has a set, I'm sitting on 5. That's why blue is not a great attack for me, because of the cards that I'd be sitting on. Get 33. Trade for a +2. You know what? I actually think... No, not with the orange having a potential trade in. I think we got to peek. Got to see where black has gone. Okay. I was going to say, I was going to be honest, I didn't think going for it would be the right choice. But I think it's more dangerous to let orange have these cards. Now I'm back on 5. I know orange can't eliminate me. If for some reason the orange opens my capital here, they just lose on the spot. And they do that. Orange just lost the game. I don't think orange realizes it, but maybe they didn't have a trade on 4. Orange just lost. 88 trade, and I don't think this player has more than 100 troops on cap. If they do, I don't think it's going to matter. Black has seemed very intent on taking this bonus over here. I'd be surprised if I couldn't eliminate orange on this next turn. And they, I think, might know it. Black taking a very long time to do anything here. Yeah, this is perfect. If they're going to just go for orient, I don't know how black won this bottom left exchange. I think legitimately, I think blue sacked into purple. And then purple quit because they knew their cap was going to be fed to black. But black is so unbelievably slow. I wouldn't be surprised if their cap was the one the furthest back. Yeah, they don't break me at all, so I'm going to get a lot of troops here. Go 4. We go 7 just in case. You know what? I'll go 8 just in case. And then I'm going to do the Vienna troops just so that they're there for me, because that's the cap. See, this is, I didn't want to have to split the main stack. I don't know how much he's going to have up here, and I might as well use it as a fortify opportunity. Guaranteed set on the next turn. Let's give ourselves slightly higher odds of a trade-in. $70. All right. I don't think this player is going to even figure out that cap running is an option. It's awesome with that one. Now, they could have a trade on 3, but the 3 caps are so far apart. 150, they could theoretically cap run here. I think I have too many troops on cap for that to happen. But their cap has more troops than I have in total, so it's possible. Now I have a card block possibility here, and we have the Joker, and we have a trade without the Joker. So realistically, I can just get to this spot. They knew, because this is the thing, they knew orange was capped here, so this is the first cap that they target. Unfortunately, black is just too slow. I didn't look at what orange's cards were in the order there. So realistically, the possibility that they had a no trade on 4 certainly exists. The fact that they were saying good game before they perished makes me think there is very much a possibility that they did not have a trade in. At this point, I'd love to card block this player, but if they're not going to bring this stack back to capital, like if this doesn't fortify here, we're just going to take the bottom and leave them up top. It doesn't. All right. In that case, I didn't even mean to do that, but whatever. Okay, I think this might have been black. This was purple, and this was blue. That would be my guess. And if you're wondering, C-Money, why'd you sack into his cap at the end? I know he doesn't have a trade, and I know I do have a trade on 3. An exponential like this, just reducing the opponent's troop count is the way to go. Simply reducing their total troops is the best way to do it. When you know you're going to have a set, like I know I'm going to eliminate him on the next turn, but if he keeps his cap stacked as at 100 and, what was it? At 150 troops, you know, there's a mathematical possibility that I fail the roll. Whereas if I slam it, then I know trading for 250, I'm going to succeed. So, GG's to Black. Solid game from them. They cap slam. Good game, dude. I'm surprised they wouldn't have just cap slammed this one, but you know, it is what it is. And then I'll just run the board because I got it. So I will admit, and many of you may have already commented on it already, but good game, well played, and a big old thumbs up to you, sir. I didn't necessarily play the early game very well. I played it fairly reactionarily, but I knew that red wasn't very good, and I knew that I could manipulate Orange's overconfidence. And the moment that I saw Orange break me, I'm like, all right, I just need to hit this guy. And he actually took a step back, which I respect. I think Orange was probably the highest ranked opponent in this lobby. I think taking a step back was wise, except this isn't exponential per player. It's just regular exponential. So yes, you get the purple elimination, but the moment you don't capitalize on red and then don't keep me in check after that, I'm going to try to manipulate the board as best I can to put myself ahead. And I just held a lot. They opted not to break me anymore. I don't think that was very wise. And my cards were probably pretty lucky. Yeah, there it is. Orange was our best opponent. GG's to Mini DV. Expert on blue. I mean, blue stuck with it despite losing their capital. I respect that. Purple, on the other hand, did not. Beginner on red and black. I think black simply, I don't think black was a bad player, but their speed was so criminally slow that I'm not super surprised. And then red, put troops on your cap, dog. I know you didn't pick a great cap, but put troops on your cap. Hope that quick rundown at the end made sense to everybody. If you got any questions, drop them in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and subscribe if you have not already. As always, everybody, I've been C-Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.